get down this much. Look at that, 0.2. Jesus, I'm like, if I turn down much more, I won't even have a mouse at all. Ooh, that's a good button. Right click is, oh, you can do little spinny boys. Ooh, maybe you do something cool when it's glowy like that. Oh, you absolutely do something cool when it's glowy like that. You get like a cool guy shot. I got this thing. So you got a melee attack. Oh, that's cool. So it is like a lawnmower weapon. That's dope. I want to watch which one does more damage. Just break shit, of course. Badass. I see it's like a little glint here. I don't know if that's something I'm supposed to do. Whoa. Okay. Watching it all change, he says. Says I'm leaving today. Hold on, what did I just do? Was that... there's a use button, right? Yeah. Yeah, so you can just walk up to things. There we go. Yeah, and press that button. It's weird because it's like a... Yeah, you can kind of like zoom in, kind of. Oh, that happens when you find like a story moment. Okay, alright, gotcha. I don't know if we necessarily want to break everything, but I'm going to assume that I want to break everything. Now, Silver Int specifically said, Alex, you gotta shoot the meats. I will break the meats instead. It's gonna be one of those games, huh? Everything kind of explodes. Hello, I'm watching my favorite television program. N. Very good. I hate to tell the people that own this fine establishment that I think they need to up their sanitation standards. It's like steel, feels like steel, smells like meats. So after the processing, he says. Okay. Go ahead and jump out of here then. The guy said he's leaving today and he's not wrong. I wonder what the story is here. Like, what is this messed up place? Stay sane, dang it. Guns biolocked, not real steel. Organic fabrication. Give me the deets. Not alive, no mercy. Made from a single material. Can't make heads or tails of what it is. I'm just like coating myself in this crap, apparently. Alchemic miracle. So it's not actual meat or actual flesh. Oh, we have a flashlight, by the way. But it's like some imitation of it. As always, you're more than welcome to tell me if, oh, Jesus. If the audio balance is not ideal. If it's way too loud. Hopefully it's okay right now on my end. It feels okay, but, as always, I'm definitely down for suggestions if it's not the bestest, if it could be louder or quieter. Alright, busting up fancy stuff for these guys. Ooh, that was satisfying. So if you line up that really cool shot, it's a pretty sick one. A really cool projectile shot. Oh, actually, it looks like you don't have to get it when it's glowing. Well, you kind of do. There we go, yeah. You have to get it when it's glowing, but it's a pretty forgiving timing. Otherwise, you have to shoot a number of times normally. Really cool reload animation. Seems like these guys don't always drop stuff, though, so we might have to be a little bit careful about when we choose to use the stuff. But yeah, it sounds like we're not necessarily held prisoner here today. Maybe we, like, work in this facility, and we're like, our guy is sick of it, and he wants out, and we're, like, fighting our way out. And our best friend, Red Skeleton Meat Man here, was the final straw or something, I don't know. Alright, it's more fun to shoot, so I'm going to shoot. Better if I actually get the timing. There we go. Ludicrous Gibbs! It is pretty ludicrous, they're not wrong. It's pretty sick. Getting that timing down is very satisfying. I want to see if I can get up there. I'm looking forward to getting like shotguns and other cool things. There's gotta be another way up there. Get my eyes peeled. Whoa! What in the world? That's messed up. I wonder if that's like part of this like part of the mystery of where these materials are coming from. I'm assuming when he said like it's all made from the same material, he was referring to the corpses, and the material is like some kind of flesh imitation. Use a flashlight, you got it. Well, that's convenient because this one is all yeah, this one's a little bit overrun here. I don't know if this was a doorway and it just had an overflowing of guts or something else. Gotta go this way. Into the meat zone we go. Just melee these guys to death. Actually, yeah. Seems like when you got a bad guy around a corner like that, that's when you want to use that particular weapon, particular attack, because it kind of stuns them, but only from up close, obviously. Yeah, very menacing, very badass. Kind of gross, but I don't know. I'm kind of liking it so far. A 1-up. Okay, I'm gonna get this 1-up first. Oh, hold on. Okay, I've played enough Doom and Quake to know what's gonna happen there. This looks like some kind of spiky boy trap. All right, so pray tell, what happens when? All right, I'm gonna try shooting it from afar. Okay, so shooting it does nothing. Kitty clack noises. If I use it. Oh, okay, you want to use it. Okay, that's good. All right, so that's where we need to go, obviously. But handful of shells, very good. But there's hold on. Can I shoot it maybe? No. All right. Oh, really? Really? That's it? I really thought this thing was gonna like drop down. I was gonna get very sad. Yeah, no, I legit thought something. Now there's still the mystery of what's up there. So I'm guessing that explodes. Jesus. Yep, and for some reason it's blood. Everything explodes. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. Well, actually, kinda. It kind of looks like blood. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume everything is blood. Everything is meat in this game. Yeah, you can't carve through whatever this is. This kind of sinew or something. Let's just go this way then, and assume that we're gonna make a lot of new friends. It's like a close range kind of thing, yeah. Or I just need to get good at shooting. Oh, hello. There we go. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was thinking maybe there's like a limited range. I just gotta get good. There we go. Yeah, I definitely blast these guys. Now I don't know if that's true in real life. If you know you shoot a bad guy and they go, "Ouch, my head," or if you like do a spinny shot and it like explodes them big time. If that's like better. Actually, I don't know if oh my god. Oh, they blew up a car. That would do it. That would do it. Okay, yeah. I was like, man, I went from like pretty good health to dead. It's because they blew up the car next to me. Good to know those things blow up very readily. I was just about to say, I feel like I should save shotgun ammo for when I really need it. And then right before I could finish the thought, I got my butt exploded very well. Very, very well. Stim injector. I'm gonna assume that's not a thing oh wait, no, I think that is a thing I do use. I was wondering if I was like collecting them in for my inventory, or if they were instantly getting used. Yeah, that's 5 health. Okay, that makes sense. That seems like that would get very uncomfortable. By the way, hydrate from Joseph, you got it, bud. Seems like that'd get really uncomfortable every time I need to heal 5 hit points. I have to do like a new hypodermic needle. It started to hurt our arms after a while, don't you think? Oh, it just occurred to me I'm playing an extremely violent game. I should probably indicate as such on TikTok. Here, let me... In fact, there's no way to do that without ending the stream. So, not the Twitch stream, but the TikTok stream. Because TikTok it's fine, but it's very... not always easy. It's very not easy to like update things after you've already started the stream. I can't change the title, can't change the category. You have to kill it and then basically restart the stream in order to change anything about it, which is very weird. Now, right now, they specify that the streaming app is still in beta, so I'm hoping that as they up the ante, it'll get more features, more featureful. This SOS, that's the window where we saw where we were watching this from afar. I got an extra life and then quickly lost it because I got exploded by a car. My worst nemesis. And all we know is that the Eye of Sauron out in the distance here is, well, it's not so much an eye, it's more of a claw. But yeah, just lots of that kind of stuff in the background. Yeah, I don't necessarily fully understand what's happening here, but it looks pretty sick. It looks pretty badass. So I am liking it. More shells, of course. I wonder if there's going to be a sneaky boy. Now, are you a bad guy? There we go. Guess they kind of do the cool reload animation. It's so cool. Right, now what's this? I figured if it was a bad guy, I would have done something by now. It is a... Oh, I'm like really good at... It's called a saw spear. Badass. So now we're like really good at saw spear shit. Kind of hard to see is the problem. It's like, oh god, all this blood and guts. Can't see past it. We got a lot of health too. I'm guessing that's part of the overcharge. Although I think it's about to end. Like it was blinking at me. These guys, I guess they're okay. See, I was all excited to kill more bad guys with this thing, but I think it's about to wear off. Let's explore a little bit then. Unless it's like a per hit or per kill, like maybe it's tracking that instead of through time. Nothing else here. Alright, there's something here I gotta do then. Oh, is it... These guys maybe... Oh, I have to like use one of these maybe. Steel grows on their flesh, it says. Resurrecting the body, it says, with none of their mind left. Mindless murder dudes. I can't just use this. Some shotgun ammo. Oh, now we're moving. Okay. Now we got new little buddies. Takes about one swing to drop them with this kind of overcharge we have at least. That's pretty cool. The flesh prison. Doing still pretty good on health. We got some fellas. What are we doing on shotgun ammo? We actually have a lot of shotgun ammo. I should probably be using this crap. I saw there was something up here that tried to do a little something at me. You. There we go. Looks like these guys don't always drop ammo. So we have to be very mindful about picking up stuff as we see it, because can't always get ammo from the bad guys. At least not yet. There's of course machine guns, no surprise there. I'm guessing there'll eventually be rocket launchers. I don't know if I can like jump into there. Like there's kind of a low point in the fence, but it seems like it's a bit far. Trying to do like the crouch jump. I have to like jump on this thing specifically, or maybe I don't know. This seems like where they want me to go. It's an open window here. Oh, is there a double jump? Hold on, let me try that again. You can double jump. Hey, how about that? Okay, it's a double jump. Yeah, only two, no triple jump. Let's not get greedy. But you can double jump. That's pretty dope. Oh, look at that. They're recycling. That's actually really nice. Good for them. Milk. Yep. Or mulk. M-U-L-K. It still counts. It still counts. And a blood bathtub. No game like this is complete without a blood bathtub and a green toilet. Oh. I was like, wait, am I picking up the toilet? Oh, no, I did flush the toilet. Okay, good for me. And then I broke it. It's a blood toilet. Why am I surprised? Of course it's a blood toilet. You got a blood bathtub. Why not? Looks like my saw spear thing is still in overdrive mode, which is real cool. You guys straight up explode when you get their asses. Alright, so that's one way. We've done the meat tunnel. Oh, here's this thing. Now, of course, I'm already at full health, but yeah, we saw this from afar. That means the other direction that we saw the little tunnel area that we saw is going to be here. There we go. Looks like we are indeed going down. Otherwise, it is a platforming puzzle. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go down first so I can pick up whatever is down here. Hopefully this thing doesn't break. Oh, okay, it's just ammo. Oop. And again, I can double jump, which does make these platforming sequences a lot less daunting. Because platforming in a first-person shooter, it's not always the nicest thing in the whole world. Sometimes it's not the bestest. Another one up, which is good because I lost my first one like a dingus earlier. And we have quad shotgun. Excuse the crap out of my damn French. Wait. Hold on. Back to like... Oh, you have to right-click. That's amazing. So if there's somebody you really want to not be alive anymore, quad shotgun their ass. So we get a big meaty boy who will quad shotgun all over the place. It's gonna be a good time. It's interesting, you kind of hang in the air for a bit before you start to descend. It's an interesting kind of gravity feel, this game. Of course, now we get a better view of this place. We could jump through there if we needed to. I don't know if they want us to right now. And also jump up here. Maybe too early? Does sequence break? Whoop, whoop. Okay, we can tell there's something up there. But I can't quite make that jump just yet. Oh! That is extremely cool, and probably not very ammo efficient, but man, it's satisfying. There's bounce around, that's pretty cool. What was that splort? Those little splorty boys. Yeah, that blasts through shotgun ammo real fast. That's a good way to just not have a lot of ammo in a minute. We got miniguns. Or a minigun, rather. Surprised that's happened so soon. We got 3 guns in the first kind of more or less level. I don't know if it's just one big continuous level. So far, it's really fast. Can't say I'm surprised. It is a minigun. Oh, let it be known there's no crouch button. Don't I feel silly? Here I was thinking that, like, man, my crouch doesn't get me anywhere. All right, well, I blew that up. Do I feel accomplished? Maybe a little bit. Break that. Do that. Let's keep looking then. Let's keep looking. The account got rejected. Really? Did they give a reason? Did they give some kind of reason for it? Because, yeah, I didn't realize that that even was an option, that they would, like, straight up reject people from joining. I figured they might reject people from joining in on some campaigns, you know, based on their viewership. Like of a Twitch community. That's unfortunate. Was there an option to join through your YouTube account instead? Because I know you mentioned that YouTube maybe would have been a little bit nicer, in your case, just with like average viewership and that kind of thing. So yeah, I figured they would at least let you make an account. Like that's really shocking to me that they're a little bit particular about just who can make an account and who can't. Yeah, I almost wonder if I should kind of ask for, like, because usually I just tell people, like, yeah, if you want to sign up, you can. If there's something more to it than that, that'd be good to know. Whoa, I'm getting... Oh, there's fellows over here, that's why. Oh my god, they're like shooting through the wall. They're all kind of clustering up here. I'm just gonna jump down. There we go. Whoa. Eventually run out of steam. So none of the... Okay, did they say what the requirements were when you went to sign up? Because I figure if I guess that's the thing. Maybe if there was something, maybe if there was like some kind of like a minimum amount that they were expecting from the get-go. I don't remember that kind of thing when I joined, but I guess it was about a year ago. So maybe they've changed it. I guess it's hard to say. But regardless, I do apologize about that, Joseph. I was thinking that it was going to be not quite that specific. Cut down the tumor, and we get slow motion too. And that creates... Oh, it lowers this bridge? Actually, it looks like it's more spinning than lowering. Oh, now it's lowering. So I can just jump down them. We got bad guys to the side there. And they're gonna be a problem, aren't they? Now, there was that one area that I was looking at where it looked like I was able to jump down. Can't jump that way. Let's just go back the way we came. Oh, wait, if I can. Can I double jump out of here? No, I cannot. I can jump on this. Okay, let's go ahead and stay up here for as long as we can. I want to check out that other outdoor area that caught my eye. Okay, you could sign up. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I suppose that's just how it is. But yeah, like I said, I was still kind of hoping you'd be able to do a little bit more beforehand. I'm gonna. Oh, we've already been here. Oh, it was this building. It was the meat zone building. Hold on. I'm gonna still see if I can get to the top area. I'm kind of curious. And shotgun ammo. Very good. Yeah, because there was still this question of, like, what's in the top area of the meat zone, the meat building. I guess everything is meat. It's all meat. So yeah, we can jump through here. Here's the blood bathroom with the blood toilet, which is just a fun thing to say, but it's also accurate. Yeah, we jump out the top here. So what's in that little extra space? So it seems like there's secret areas you can kind of get to. Yeah, this over here. So what is in here? All right. After all our trouble, we get a treasure trove of items and ammo, and that's it. So it was a secret. That at least is reassuring to me that I didn't miss anything super obvious. Nothing like super fancy. Just, I mean, let's be honest. A game like this, getting extra ammo is neat. You know, it's nice. But you go through ammo and health through so quickly in this game. Not gonna make a huge difference. So that's more just the thrill of finding something cool. You know, it's a thrill of finding the secret. It's the journey, not the destination. You know, it's all about what did we gain from doing this versus, or not, what do we gain from the experience versus what do we actually acquire? Yes, it's the meat building. Yes, exactly. So let's go back to that bridge. I think we have to go upstairs. Here we go. In fact, I wonder if I could... What's the easiest way to do this? Probably just jumping this way. And of course, double jump right before we land. I don't know if this game has fall damage, but I'll just assume that it does. Big, ominous-looking building. Get some friends on the outside. Not too bad, not too bad. There's a treasure trove of stuff down there as well, looks like. So if I can get to those, that'd be real slick. Ouch. The minigun is good. It's kind of like not super exciting necessarily. Doesn't have like a lot of punch to it, but it gets the job done. So I can't be too sad. This was a secret. I mean, but we have max all these things. Max pistol ammo, max shotgun ammo. Shotgun's probably my favorite so far. The fact that it has a quad shot to it is pretty sick. It looks like this is a dead end. Okay. Well, I had to follow it. I saw the ammo cache. I figured there was going to be something. Seems like there's other secrets off the beaten path that could be gained. Like there were some areas that looked like I could have jumped to earlier, but didn't want to try it because I'm not sure how this game works when it comes to save. Actually, yeah, can I save? Yeah, I think it's on a per level basis. So if I get got from like a one misstep situation, then I'm gonna really regret it. So cool. The revolver is pretty dope. As far as long range badass weapons go, the revolver's pretty sick. I obviously once we get like the rocket launcher, or whatever else like really cool potential long range weaponry there could be in this game, The pistol's pretty, like, is like very nice and very useful. Sometimes in games like this, the pistol, like starting weapons, become useless pretty quickly, but in this game, it's pretty sick. Some kind of little terminal, little console. Actually, I will use the minigun here. Supposedly, the minigun is not named a minigun at all because of it being small. Chain gun, minigun, you know, these are phrases that a lot of us are familiar with. But yeah, the minigun specifically. Supposedly, it was named not because of like trying to say there's anything small or miniature about it. It's always a large weapon in games like this, and probably in real life. It's called a minigun because I think of I want to say it's the design of the bullet that was designed by a French dude whose last name was Minier, I think. It was like Charles Minier or something like that. I could be wrong on some of the deets, but I'm pretty sure it's like named after somebody. Yeah, I remember playing, I want to say it was Unreal Tournament. The original Unreal Tournament, or the Dreamcast port. The Dreamcast port of Unreal Tournament with a friend of mine. And that was my first time hearing minigun. I was like, what's there's nothing small about this. Why'd they name it that? Years later, this is not like it's not like I'm some cool dude that has all this information just because I'm so smart. Years later, I had a friend of mine share that with me, and I thought that was really cool. Yo, what's up, Meerkat? It said, oh, Meerkat knows what's up. There you go. So yeah, maybe Meerkat, you could confirm or deny my supposed knowledge. So say I need to reload so I can switch weapons. Yeah, I need you to weigh in with your superior brain. Your big old brain having noggin of yours that I wish to caress deeply. So Minier was oh, interesting. So Minier was a military person, but was not involved with the minigun. That is interesting. Well, there you go. So it sounds like the intel I got was kind of a conflation of two things then. 'Cause it sounds like this Minier person did do stuff, just not that stuff. In that case, would you happen to know, yeah, why it's called a minigun? Because now the plot thickens. It enthikifies, if you will. Also, Meerkat's good to see you, by the way. I was just kidding about me wanting to caress your head gently. That'd be weird. I mean, unless. Oh, look at that. There's like a little dash. Oh, that's dope. Hold on. Have I had that this whole time? Oh, you can. There's a run button. I thought this was running. This is his walk. This is us walking. Then this is us running. That's crazy. Okay. I was gonna say this guy moves real fast for just a casual stride. I thought this was running the whole time. Dang. Just to show that I don't know shit. And of course, exploding things is very fun. On the front of an A10 Warthog. Okay. But it begs the question, what's mini about it? Maybe is it like a smaller version of the chain gun that's like on a mounted vehicle? Like maybe because it's still quite large, obviously, but it's relatively handheld compared to like an actual chain gun or like an LMG, I guess. But that would be separate from, well, no, an LMG would be separate. Never mind. That's something we need to get to, obviously. A mini version? Interesting. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I would have never guessed that they looked that this really was a miniature version of something. But I guess it's relative. It's relatively miniaturized because the big boy version is mounted on vehicles. Is that the end of the level? Melee weapon to cut the face. Jesus, that's so morbid. Cut the face to end the level. I got 2 secrets. Got 2 secrets and 83 kills though. Yo, baby, we'll take it. Interesting. It is NATO cartridge isn't the NATO we all think of, right? Northern Atlantic Treaty something something. That's a different NATO, I'm guessing. Also, Meerkat, I'm from the Midwest, so I know about the Tor version. All right, I know about tornadoes. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke. I'm not actually sorry. I actually don't you know, I have no fear. But I do apologize if I do apologize if I inflicted psychic damage just now. It's the cell. Wow, I would have never guessed. Is there a little fella? It's a little fella. Is that a little meat duende? Oh, I just killed the meat duende. Sorry, buddy. I thought I was making a new friend. What was I watching? I was watching something and the word duende came up and I was very excited. Oh shit. I was very excited when I saw it because that's like it's a very specific and dumb reference. Oh, these fucking guys. Yeah, they got the explodey boys. You got the explodey boys, and they don't look all that scary. Like the design's a little bit creepy. But yeah, the things they shoot don't look like they explode, but then they do, and you go, oh shit. Weapon design and engineering, good shit. Yeah, that's cool. It sounds like it's something. Have you like gotten to take like classes about it? Because that sounds like it could be like a really cool class or like really cool thing to like get to study. Like you know, like in like a classroom with other people. And of course, researching it on your own would also be cool. But that's really sick, bud. So we got little platforms down below. Ooh, what's that? Hold on, I got friends. Hold on, can I like get up close and splatter you? No, there's no like insta-gib. Ouch. Oh, one of these, I see him. It's so cool. That spinny thing is so badass. That's so badass. Meerkat says, I know so much, Alex. Your knowledge levels are unparalleled, Meerkat. You gotta buy the books on it. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. But it is fascinating. It's, you know, I'm sure some of it's extremely morbid and fucked up, but it's also fascinating. It can be both things, right? So, a subject can be morbid and nightmare-inducing and also legitimately interesting. It can be both things. Found the meat portal. Is anyone looking for a meat portal? I think I found it. On the meat portal to the meat dimension. And no, portal to the meat dimension is not my newest pickup line. But wouldn't be a bad one. Could do a lot worse. Volunteer. Oh, that's sick, man. Yeah, get that engineering ticket. There you go, bud. There you go. So you you probably have lots of opportunities to use your existing knowledge, you know, put it to use, and also get new knowledge to add into your brain to make your brain more bigger and more smarter and more sexier. Get their collection of or access their collection of info of books, that kind of thing. That sounds dope. Dope AF. That's awesome, man. I appreciate you sharing this, Meerkat. That's really cool. That's a good Meerkat fun fact. If I ever get quizzed on a Meerkat fun fact, I can whip that out. And I know Meerkat's always a fan of whipping it out, so I know that'll go over well. I'm curious what's down here. I hope it doesn't lead me into Lava Town. Oh my god, there's a little fella. So, are these dead bodies? Yeah, they're like little burned, lightly charred, lightly crisp dead bodies. All the way back to the 1810s. That's sick, man. What's something that you recently learned, Meerkat, that you thought was like, holy shit, this is so cool, but also a little bit fucked up? Like, you know, hit me with like something that's kind of a mixed bag. You learned it, you were like, that's cool, but ooh, also weird. Get some friends. Oh, come on. I want that to blow up the buddy. It didn't blow up anybody. It just blew up the other barrel. It's a little disappointing. Alright, so that answers my question. I was about to see if this was... Oh, here we go. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Okay, this is probably where we need to go. I'm gonna check that other path first. This feels like the right direction. I like to go the wrong direction first. I like to exhaust all potential possibilities. I like to issue a breadth first search operation whenever I can help it. So this is the other way I was looking at earlier. By the way, quick reminder that we are playing some games and having a good old time, but we're also, believe it or not, trying to raise money for charity. Might seem a little bit weird for me to play like these ultra violent games while I'm trying to raise money for children's hospitals. Like, I guess it might be a little bit weird. You know, it's like, all right, fair. You know, you got me there. But, you know, this is we're trying to gun for like the folks who would normally not really know about something like charity streams and like children's hospitals, that kind of thing. Like, you know, we're gunning for the folks that are like, no, I'm a hardcore gamer, and then like, oh, but what's this? I can use the power of gaming for the betterment of society. No, we're trying to gun for that kind of untapped market by playing ultra-violent games, but talking about the great work that Children's Miracle Network does all year long across the entirety of North America. That includes Canada, United States and Canada. They do great work all year long to help sick and injured children that otherwise would not be able to afford their treatments. Helps their families out, helps the kids themselves out with their treatments. The big thing for Children's Miracle Network is, well, at least for Extra Life. Extra Life is a fundraiser. The big thing Extra Life fundraises is the discretionary fund for a lot of their hospitals, which is for costs that are usually adjacent to healthcare. Things like travel for a patient. Like if a patient needs to be flown in from like a faraway place to receive treatment at a specific facility. Those kinds of costs. The things that insurance doesn't really give a shit about. So that's where Children's Miracle Network, well, specifically Extra Life, steps in to help fundraise those kinds of costs. So we're fundraising for that. We got the little ticker above my head. If you're feeling generous, toss a couple bones this thing's way. And it's good shit, man. It's good shit. And it's tax deductible. Get those last tax deductible donations in before the end of the year. If you're looking at next year's taxes, you're like, ooh, man, I'm like short of getting a sweet ass tax break. Let this stream be your excuse to cross the threshold. Every empty casing left behind is being tracked, he says. Well, that is weird and spooky. Interchangeable parts. Person named Hull. What about Oates? What did he do? No, I know that's someone else. Interchangeability. 1810s, all mass-produced items had to be hand-fitted. Really? That sounds very inconvenient and very inefficient. We're glad that someone eventually caught on. Let's say interchangeable, presumably mass-producible parts. Sounds much nicer. Was that a chainsaw boy? Oh, just the standard fellas. These guys don't just die, they fucking explode when you get their asses. 100 rifles, 20 parts, right, exactly. They should work without quick. Yeah, exactly. It makes so much sense from a just efficiency standpoint and like overall and like maintenance and yeah, it to me it's like it's no wonder. Of course you want them interchangeable. That is a concept in Meerkat. You're an engineer. I didn't actually know you had an engineering degree, so you're familiar with engineering. That to you is like, well, of course. That's like such a thing that's drilled into your head from the get-go. Like, why wouldn't you? There's no other option. This is the only way, is to have interchangeability and modularity. That's such a big concept that is drilled, definitely for software developers, that is drilled into our heads from the get-go. Object-oriented programming, you know, the whole notion of not building a thing that like just stands on its own, but build a thing that is composed out of pieces that can be reused for later on, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel every damn time. It just, of course, it makes so much sense. So the idea that it took a while to get around to that way of thinking, it kind of makes sense. I mean, some of that was probably based on just limitations, you know, tool set limitations. I'm sure there were plenty of times where folks thought to themselves, dang, I wish there was a better way. So I'm sure it's not just that people back in those days were dumb and were smart. I know it's not that simple, but still, it's like, man, the idea that was not really feasible earlier is a bummer. I'm sad for people in the past that had to live those days. Yeah, the assembly line. There you go. Yeah, spend more money. You save money long term, right? It's an investment. It's an investment because yes, you have to have the infrastructure. You have to have the infrastructure. You got to train the folks. You got to have facilities. And yeah, you're right. That can be a hard sell. But yeah, the long tail that you save on like that upfront investment. Again, it's no wonder. It's absolutely no wonder. This looks like a trap. This looks like spiky boys will come up from the ceiling and try to spank my booty. Wait. Oh, it's just like little meat tendrils leaking down. There's like, what's that? What is that up there? Can't really tell. So Hall invented the concept, yeah. Yeah. Who knew, man? Who freaking knew? Well, Meerkat knew. That's why he's telling us. That's why he shared this information with us. But it is interesting. Found another bathroom. I found the meat bathroom again. Or it's like a meat changing room. I thought these are like urinals. But I think it's just like a little privacy room. Oh, hello. It's a pretty tough place for a guy like this. Whoa! Because those little spiky boys like to bounce around a whole lot. This also feels like a trap. So we have two scary-looking potential trap rooms. We have to hit some switches. Open some stuff. Oh, hello. Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from? Blame my parents, Eddie. Oh, there's like our incinerator. Oh, wait. They're people. They're little fellas. I don't know if they're bad guys. I just fucking marked one of them. If you're bad guys, hey, if you're nice, then I'm sorry for killing you, but you know, you can't be too sure in games like this. Oh my. Two friends. They've got a lot of health. Yeah, they kind of get stun knocked a little bit. Yeah, changing the mode. Yeah, exactly. It's like a I think the word for that is paradigm. Ouch. Not paradigm. Ouch. Paradigm shift. Because yeah, software development had a number of those over the years. Those moments, those kind of light bulb moments where everybody went, "Oh, we have a new standard now." And the old timers were like, "Hell no, I'm gonna stick to my guns for what's familiar." And then the new timers were like, "All right, homie, but it's gonna be weird. Like we're, you know, the times they are a changing." And then the times they did changed. And yeah, sadly some folks got kind of left behind in that regard. Now the good news is not entirely left behind, because you know, you can look at least in the world of software development, you can look at things like mainframes, which really aren't taught in schools nowadays because they don't really need to. But there are a small number of oh my god, what is this? There are a small number of companies, excuse me, that that do still have to work with mainframes, just because even though they are antiquated and kind of hard to work with by modern standards, they are still good at some things. Like they're very good at doing some things very well, very efficiently, compared to like a database or a server, that kind of thing. So so there is some need for it still, which means, you know, when the current folks retire, you need younger folks, or at least yeah, presumably younger folks to replace them that know the stuff. So at least in the world of software development, some of that stuff will never go away. Well, maybe not never, but will most likely not go away anytime soon. But it will get smaller. The market share will shrink. $50,000 to 200,000. Yep, makes sense, man. Yeah, a server and a mainframe. I guess the whole thing with servers is that, like, usually they're off-site. Well, maybe not always. I mean, I think the thing with servers is that, like, you can like have someone else access a server from afar. With mainframes, I mean, maybe there's a way to access it from afar, but I mean, I think it's got to be in-house. I think it's got to be in-house, and it's gonna have. Oops. It's gonna have a way older. It's gonna have like well, for one thing, way older like languages to work with it. With like databases. I guess that's the thing. I guess a database is more just. Oh, no, you were talking about servers, not databases. Yeah, that's a good question. Like, what are like the inherent differences between a mainframe and a server? Because when I think of mainframes, I think of like a specifically organized blob of data that's like categorized in like a certain kind of old-timey way that can be accessed quickly with like distinct parameters. the credit card industry is a good example of an industry that still uses mainframes, at least to some degree, because you have, like, credit cards will always have 16 characters, digits. There'll always be numeric. Some of them, like Visa's numbers, will always start with, like, their credit card numbers will always start with this. I think there's just 4. MasterCard's just 5. There will always be an expiration date. There will always be this. There will always be that. So, like, that's a time when mainframes kind of make sense. Servers, I think, probably are a better choice when, yeah, things are more distributed. And we get to smelt this thing down. There we go. Force fields are offline. Good. Now we can get through those areas. Yeah, servers are more just kind of general use. That's you could do just about anything with a server. Oh my god, this guy's fancy. So I guess that's the thing. Mainframes, when I think about what the difference between the two would be, I would probably be forced to say that mainframes are like for really a very like predictable series of tasks, whereas you could build a server for all kinds of purposes, and the ability to support them would not have to rely on familiarity with languages like COBOL or Fortran, things that aren't really taught in schools anymore. You don't even have, honestly, you don't even need programming language knowledge at all to run a server. You could just, you know, have some, like a system administrator or like a, you know, somebody with like a reasonable amount of just IT knowledge to be able to run a server without needing anything fancy schmancy. So, like, the requirements to be able to run the show would be a lot smaller. So, yeah, I'm sure somebody who has like had to work with servers, and, well, I mean, we all have to work with servers in some capacity. All right, buddy? But someone who's, oh, you got a little thing on your leg. No, he's fine. No, he's fine. He'll walk it off. Somebody who's had to work on the system admin side more recently would probably be able to weigh in a little bit better. I feel like my answer is kind of meandering out. What's up, Ogasso? This is my firearm, and it's gonna make you history. Okay, don't worry about what happened to this guy. I might have killed him. It was in self-defense. Maybe, I don't know. He was harmless, but I was preemptive. Easy prey for the nail spitters. Wander in pairs, it says. Okay, I might have killed that one guy, because I kind of panicked when I saw them. I was like, oh, Jesus! And I just kind of shot without really considering if they were mean or not. But they're all right. These are my bros. They're all right, dudes. Okay, so this was the bathroom, the meat bathroom. Okay, so now this area is open. Get another one up. It's a pulverizer. Oh, that's mean. Hilarious, but mean. Woo. Get that one up. Extra life, that's what I'm fundraising for. Oh, get pulverized. Yeah, get splooted. Hold on, yeah, hold on. Oh, one of them. Yeah, hold on. Get fucking... Get zonked. Get slorped. Come on, I just need one more splooch. Oh, we got 2. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, there we go. Front and center. The meat pulverizer has been fed. It is satisfied. That was satisfying. Now, is this gonna be like pain blood? Okay. Sometimes. Oh, look at that. Secret has been found. Bonus rocket launcher. All right, baby. I'll take it. I will take it. That's solid blood, obviously. Yeah. Sometimes in games like this, you see like a pool of liquid. You're like, is that gonna hurt me, or is it gonna be nice? This was nice blood. All right, this meat pulverizer is very sad because it didn't get any food. Its hungrier brother got to feast on the entrails of all those bad guys we led into it earlier. This one, not so much. Ooh. I'm thinking there might be. Oh, wait. Say that quad shot's gonna come in clutch in a situation like this real well. It's dark. Oh, it doesn't kill them though. Oh shit, good to know. Good to know it does not auto kill. Shotgun, please. There we go. I was trying to press the right button. Because yeah, that revolver shot, the really cool shot, kills most anything in one hit, but not these fellas. It's so cool. It's so stylish. It's so unnecessarily extra and so stylish, but I kind of love it. I kind of love the twirly revolver ocelot motherfucking pistol action. It's so unnecessary, but somehow it makes the gun shoot better. I mean, I guess you know what? I've never fired a revolver before. I've never fired a revolver, but I'm guessing in real life it works about the same. Like you shoot, boring. You do the spinnies, bam, big shot. Hell yeah. That was what revolver ocelot. That's what made him so strong. Yo, what's up, Timmy? Yeah, it's the deco flip. Yeah, I actually. Let me think about this. Oh, that'd be more the new Counter-Strike games. I was thinking like, wait, was there like a cool animation for the deagle in Counter-Strike? But no, my experience with Counter-Strike is limited to Source and 1.6. I never really played Go, unfortunately, or 2 for that matter. There's Counter-Strike 2, which some people really like. Timmy, I don't know if you've been playing any new shooters that have caught your eye. Timmy, of course, is a Payday fella. He's a Payday fella and also a Guitar Hero and like Rock Band. I know those are your things. But I know you're really into shooters in general, and you're very good at them. I don't know if you've had like any new shooters discoveries that have been tickling your pickle lately. This one's pretty cool. It's more of a boomer shooter, obviously, but or retro revival rather. But I'm liking it a lot so far. Whoa! Oh, he's a sneaky boy. There we go. I'm trying to fuck you up. But hard to see. There, we got him. We got his ass. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I'm reading the Meerkat knowledge. Had to be pressing the bullets. So it was a bullet design. Okay, so I had some of the info correct. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Oh, Remnant. That's right. Yeah, that does look really cool. Yeah, I've heard that game is very, very good, and I've seen cool things. That guy hurt himself with his little saw blade thing. That'd be really cool if he did. It'd be real cool if you did. Hey, buddy. How you doing with your little meat leg? Flesh leg thing. More blood. Blood for the blood gods. Can I go behind here? No, I cannot. Whoa. It's like a bad guy just... What happened? Did he fall in the lava then explode? Maybe it was a barrel. It was probably a barrel. Oh! Fuck. Ouch. Okay, I think maybe it just hurts in general. Oh, the saw blade. Or maybe it just hurts in general. Another one up, which is good because I've lost Actually, I haven't died in this level yet. Yeah, I think it's got to be jumping every so often. I think the smoldering still hurts a bit. Doesn't seem to hurt them though. Actually, hold on, test it. Okay, no, yeah, the smoldering parts are fine. They're fine to stand on. Yeah, Remnant's good. Yeah. I think I actually have the first one. I think I have Remnant 1. I've heard Remnant 2 is generally the better game, but I do want to try them both at some point. See, I need to play through the first one. I want to be a good boy, a good comprehensive boy. Oh, I think the explosive shot still reached me from that side. I don't know, I'm so predictable, I'm so basic, but I just love the shotgun in games like this, so I tend to just kind of stick with the shotgun, especially in these close ranges. I think it's lava. Although, you know what, I guess I hadn't looked that close. We'll just say it's lava. Although, what is lava, if not being earth blood? Superheated earth blood. some kind of rogues. Yeah, I guess I was thinking more main classes. But yeah, prestige classes and subclasses are also legit. There's one called Hexblade. Don't think I've heard about that one. I'm guessing that's like a spell casting melee person. Oh, they do explode when they light on fire. You know what? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I saw an explosion earlier when there was something in the lava. I just assumed it was an explosive barrel. Nope, turns out those guys just get a little explosive happy when they get on fire. I guess if I fell in lava, I would probably explode too, honestly. Right, alright, I would want to not be alive very quickly. It would probably not be a good time for me. Guess we gotta get to that centerpiece. These things are like, some of them are like carving like laser lava paths. I'm not sure what this facility is trying to do, like what its intentions are. What are your intentions with my facility? It's a Warlock subclass. Warlock is one of the newer class things in Dungeons and Dragons I've never gotten to play, and they seem pretty cool. I love the idea of Warlock because Warlock is kind of the answer to the age-old question of the age-old problem of I like being a spellcaster, but I'm jealous that the fighter can cast sword infinite times, but I can cast magic missile twice, and then I have to sleep for 12 hours. You know, in like the early levels. It's not as bad as in later levels, obviously, because you get more utility as a wizard. And of course, there's sorcerers, but even still, sorcerer. Okay, I can cast magic missile 4 times, and I have to sleep for 12 hours. So, I understand. I understand where there's a need for something like the Warlock class. So, I'd like to try it out sometime myself. Yeah, they just explode, you know. I can do cool, yeah, and those 2 cool things are really great. Especially, oh, it's from over here, okay. Especially wizards. I know that wizards get shit on because, again, like, oh, good, I did one thing, time to, that's it for the session, I'm done, let me take a nap. But I like wizards because of their utility. You know, like they're great for they can do cool combat stuff, but like they're great with like role playing and shit like that. Ouch. Like all the great role playing opportunities you have outside of combat and like puzzle solving and just really cool shit you can do as wizards that you don't get quite as much of that utility with oh, they do explode too, with sorcerers or warlocks for that matter. So I still like wizards a lot, even though, yeah, you gotta deal with some bullshit. Yeah, anything explodes when it touches lava, it seems. Also, I got pretty close to death there, but I've got like 4 extra lives built up, so I'm alright. Deciding one thing, yeah, that's, Elgaso kind of nailed it. The one real Achilles heel to playing with other wizards, almost said lizards, lizard wizards, and the gizzard. Wait, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. There we go. We got there. But high-level wizards become a pain in the ass because there's a bajillion things you can do. So therefore, you have to really consider, okay, I only have so many spell casts. Usually, if it's the wizard's turn to go, they have to do something dramatic and, like, dire to save the day. So yeah. Sometimes for high-level wizards in particular, they take forever for their turn because, or even if they know what they're gonna do, the DM has to make a bajillion like resistance rolls, you know, fortitude saves or willpower saves. You have to calculate the size of the spell. You have to consider who gets affected, who can make the dodge bonus. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, high-level wizards. The thing is, I don't think I've really gotten to experience a high-level wizard situation in any of the campaigns I've been in. I think the closest would be when I was a druid, and I got to level 8, I think, as a druid in Pathfinder. But I don't know, druids. That's divine spellcasting. That's not quite as spicy as arcane spellcasting. A high charisma. That's a good point. You can at least do some charismatic things as a sorcerer, which is cool. I've already opened the 5th beer, yeah. And, you know, in all fairness, there are times when the fighter does have some pretty cool abilities. It's not just cleave. It's not just I cast sword. Like, sometimes the fighter does have some cool shit he or she gets to do. I'm just thinking more like the early level stuff. That's like, ooh, that's fancy. I'm thinking more like the early level conversations, because those... Oh, go behind that. Because, yeah, I've sadly never gotten an opportunity to be a high-level wizard, or to see a high-level wizard do their thing in Pathfinder. I've only gotten to be... Actually, let me think about this. Have I ever... I think the only times I've ever seen a wizard ever in D&D was when I was playing one. I've never had a friend play one in a D&D game. I've had friends play sorcerers and warlocks. Yeah, I think I've only gotten to play as wizards. I've never gotten to, like, see how other people do them. So that's a little preview. I could fire a cheeky shot or two. Oh! Guess we're going here early then. Oh! Big boy! He looks a little bit like... What does he look like? I don't know. Some kind of boss. Well, some kind of musician. Some kind of, like, Guar-esque band member. Lead singer, band member kind of thing. Circle strafe. Circle strafe. I want to go into lava. I've got 11 health, by the way. I'm gonna ride this 11 health real far. I didn't mean to fall down like a dingus. Oh, the extra lives do not carry over. Extra lives do not carry over. Good to know. That's fine, that's fine. So I found a little switchy. I don't know what it did, though. I'm not sure what it opened up. Oh, actually, I do know what it opened up. Because we could see it here. I just need to be careful and not spoil the surprise. I can, like, take some pot shots of these guys, but yeah, I don't want to lean over too much. I wanna be a sneaky boy and, like, blast some of these fools from afar. Are you alive? Can't actually tell. Yeah, everything's too far away to tell. That's okay. I'll just reshape. Yeah, exactly. Like, wizards get some, like, kind of wild shit, and I guess that's part of the problem too. Is like wizards get like so many cool things that they can do. It's kind of hard to, like, balance that. I think it's hard to balance that from, like, a D&D, from, like, for the DM in particular. How do you, like, keep just the wizards from just, like, kind of railroading a campaign into their own weird fucked up design? Frying pan. I cast iron. There you go. I like it, Timmy. I like it. Hit things with sword. That's legit, actually. Dex fighter turned gunslinger. That sounds badass. 6 stats, man. Charisma of 8. There you go. Still the face. Hey, it's all about the role play, man. If you got the role play chops for a meerkat, we'll take it. Never made a fighter, Nitro. Fighters are... I know, like, some people kind of scoff at fighters, like, oh, her simple, easy newbie class, but I think you can do some really interesting things with fighters. They are probably more newbie friendly than... It's more newbie friendly than a wizard class character would be, that's for sure. But you can do some very sophisticated things with fighters. I think in Pathfinder, you can do some... You can make a ranged fighter do some pretty cool shit. Most people think archers, they think, like, oh, it's a rogue class or something like that, but I'm pretty sure, or maybe I'm thinking 3.5, maybe it's 3rd edition. One of the editions somewhere around there, you can make a pretty interesting ranged fighter as a fighter class, more so than rogue. Yeah, barbarians are fun. I've actually never played a barbarian myself. I've played with many a barbarian, and they seem like a lot of fun. Yeah, that does seem like a lot of fun. I don't want to be, don't want to be useless. Yeah, that's my whole thing in D&D. How can my contributions be a positive thing and not, like, hinder the party? I've definitely played in campaigns where I'm playing with somebody who is, and I think we've talked about this, Elgaso, someone has a lethal case of protagonist syndrome, main character syndrome, and like they have made a character so esoteric and out there and weird that everybody else kind of has to bend backwards to like accommodate their weirdness, and like the party suffers as a whole. Because I love the creativity of seeing interesting characters and like cool storytelling and like and a DM, you know, thank goodness I've got Adam. He's such a great DM, but having a DM that's able to incorporate people's ideas and keeping it fun for everybody without swinging too hard and making things you know, too single dimensioned towards like one character or the other, like that's huge. Because yeah, I've been in cases where the main character syndrome player character, I'm not gonna say ruins it, but definitely causes things to suffer. I've seen that happen. Yeah, that sounds like a really cool character, Meerkat. I'm down. Not just as I want to take the hit and then hit harder. There you go. Samurai Gunslinger, yo. Meerkat, have you watched Blue-Eyed Samurai? Gracie and I watched that. We just finished it yesterday. Really liked it. Really liked it. She loved the animation. She loved the, like, both of us loved a lot of aspects of it. I mean, the animation is so eye-catching, but then you get embroiled in the story. The action is dope. It is violent, you know. It's not for the faint of heart, but very good. Very well made. Absolutely loved it. Made a paladin. Paladins are interesting. I one of the first like legit DM Dungeons and Dragons campaigns I played in really disliked paladins. He was saying for role-playing purposes, paladins can get in the way sometimes because, like, you know, you're lawful evil, so you always gotta do the thing. Like he's like, he kind of saw them as being one-dimensional. But since then, I have seen some paladins be played in some very interesting ways. So I used to view paladin. I used to agree with this old DM, not Adam. He was another DM. His name was Luke. I used to agree with Luke's viewpoint, but I've since seen some very cool paladins be played. So once again, it all comes down to the player and making it interesting. Yeah, barbarians would be fun. Yeah, range finesse. There you go. Yeah, exactly. That is precisely what he was getting at, and I think he's probably not wrong. You know, you play a carbon copy. Oh god, paladin. Yes, I could see that absolutely getting boring. I would get bored of it, both from a playing perspective and also from a if I was a DM, I'd get sick of that too. Say, here comes a big man on campus. So we got like a bunch of extra ammo. I need to take care to not stand on the scary stuff. So, oh, there is health. Okay, good. I was gonna say, I got real bad last time. Maybe I should be sprinting more. Yeah, that's what I should have done. I should have been sprinting more. Oh, extra life lost. We get some bullet time though. And that makes everything better. I confess, I'm not actually sure how I died. Oh, he did a big, like, ground pound attack, and that made my guy real sad. Looks like that does a lot of damage. Yeah, it's that ground pound attack. That's what's fucking me up. Can be solved session 0. I'm guessing you mean, like, can be solved quickly. Or in the planning stages of a campaign. And you're probably not wrong. That's probably a thing that can be snuffed out pretty quickly. That boss is tough, but I think I think I need to be paying more attention. I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of like not maybe as focused as I should be. Zealot Space Marine. I mean, it depends on the campaign, you know? If your DM is down for like a Warhammer Imperium simping Space Marine fellow, then yeah, by all means. May not be everyone's cup of tea, but some DMs would be down for that shit, absolutely. Embo Paladin and the God of Love. That sounds incredible, Ogasso. That sounds extremely fun and very weird and very, like, full of goofy role-playing possibilities. So yeah, I'm down. Little fella. There's a little fella, and he did not want to stop to play with me. Didn't even notice him last time. This was where you're... I think this was like the original place where you're supposed to get the rocket launcher for the first time. We got it early because we found a secret earlier, which makes us really cool. So cool. And more max health. There we go. Lawful neutral paladin. Yeah, I mean, I think it sounds interesting. It's probably more interesting than the dudley do right boring cookie cutter paladin, personally. But even then, I mean, you know, I shouldn't even naysay that, because the concept of the cookie cutter paladin does sound boring, but you know, you get the right DM, you get the right group, you get the right players. I think that even that could indeed be interesting. It's probably a little bit harder than like going for something wonky. Something out there weird. Hans Smashin' Schmitten. A Fabio, there you go. Beautiful. Charisma. Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I love all these things. And one of the issues I have, and I harp on this all the dang time, is I feel like I'm very boring. Like I play with, I've played with Elgaso. He's a, as you can tell, he's a very creative guy. He's a very creative guy, and you know, my friend Adam, who's the DM for all of our games, he's been on my stream before. He's hilarious, and he's such a cool dude. And he's so, everyone's just so creative. Like people, the friends in my groups have the coolest ideas for characters. And I don't even mean like, sometimes from role-playing, like a role-playing perspective, but also just from like, interesting mechanics they want to utilize for their characters. It's always so interesting. And then it's time for Alex to choose a character. What do you choose, Alex? I made a monk. Oh, cool. What's his quirk? What's the prestige class? What are you going for? He's a monk. It's like, that's it. I'm a one-trick pony when it comes to characters. I'm just not a creative person. And I'd like to think surrounding myself with creative people helps. I think it absolutely does. But like, I just can't hold a candle to the wild and cool and weird shit that my friends play with. And like I was saying earlier, sometimes it's to the detriment of the party, but not really over the past several campaigns. Really, I'm not trying to say it was Luke's fault, but the instances where the campaigns were maybe suffered a bit from somebody having main character syndrome were with, yeah, much older campaigns when I was less experienced, and with an older DM. I mean, he was not older, but like with a DM that I don't think I jive with as much. Whereas Adam, I think, gets it. Like I'm with friends now. I play with friends now that like they get it. I think it's just a better dynamic now. But yeah, man, there's so many times like, man, I wish I could run with the big dogs and think of just really interesting shit. It's always inspiring. I hope that by being around them and by playing with them, that I do absorb like a sponge some of that creativity and some of that like interesting D&D isms. But and it's still something I it doesn't like make me sad necessarily, but it's like I gotta up my ante, honestly. Gotta play again. Yeah, it's right now I'm actually not even in a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I'm in a Cyberpunk Red campaign. We actually haven't played in about a month. We play about once a month, but last time we played was in November. We knew from the get-go December was gonna be kind of tough because we only play in person and our DM lives like 3 hours away, so you know we can only visit when he's in town, and we do the holidays. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. So yeah, we knew ahead of time we probably weren't gonna play December. That's okay. Play some 5th edition. I still need to try 5th edition. Yeah, I've only played Pathfinder 3.5. I've never played 4th or 5th, so I'm really out of the loop. Real out of the loop. Dead parents. Yes, there you go. Make a Batman character. I guess Batman would be a monk. I guess that makes sense. This. Switch to the hard. Switch. Almost said switch to the hard stuff. Yeah, to the hard stuff, i.e. water. So hard. Yep. Oh, can't fan it up, baby. last 5 characters. You have like a bunch of interesting characters that. That's the other thing too. Like whenever a campaign falls apart, you have that inevitable like, ah, crap. I have these like this cool character, and I got to level 2 with them, and now the campaign is like, or the group is kind of done, and I didn't get a chance to like really let this person shine. Do I think of a new character for the next game? Do I try to recycle him for another campaign? What's the right call here? And I don't have an answer for that, obviously, but that is a very real bummer situation that I understand all too well. Got a bird boy. He saw himself as, oh, that's too real. That hits me right in the feels. Woo! Oh, I'm like banging myself against the ceiling there. That's a good point. You can at least use the name, but I'm just thinking like you got the character sheet. It's like, oh, I got this character built. They're ready to go. And yeah, the campaign for one reason or another has floundered. So what do I do with this? Because you spent time putting it together, spend time building the character, spend time imagining its strengths and weaknesses, and its personality for that matter. With the quirks that it has. So yeah, it's wrong button. It can make for a difficult situation. Just jump around. Oh, this is where we came from then. Never mind. Can I pick this up and throw it? No, it's something I could like grab him and toss him. Think. This. Whoa, shit. Oh, hello. So yeah, that's where the saw blades are coming from. What's this thing say? Yeah, just go for another group if you can. That's a good idea. An intruder, some kind of unfinished seal. Seal, the singer, right? Also, I see a little, I think we have to break down below. How do you guys feel about the color red, by the way? I hope you really like it, because we get a lot of that in this game. Half-elf storm sorcerer, that's pretty sick. Getting ready to sunset that. That's impressive. You had the campaign go that long. That's awesome, Timmy. I'm very impressed. That shit is not easy. That shit is not easy. Keeping a campaign going that long, especially if it's like, about the same friend group. Inevitably people might have to drop off and might be able to get some pickups to kind of fill in some gaps sometimes. But if it's like about the same group, thereabouts, that's really special. That's how the Pathfinder campaign where I had the druid character was. That one lasted for a good couple years. We kind of had moments where we like maybe a month or two at a time where we'd kind of like drop off a bit, just holidays, or someone moves, or someone gets married or gets a divorce, or those kinds of major life transitions inevitably happen. But yeah, we managed to just about keep the group somewhat consistently for a good couple years there. I mean, it wasn't that that long or elaborate. I think I was either level 8 or 9 when the campaign ended, which is up there. It's respectable. But I know people that have gotten up to level 15, 16, 17. I know in some cases campaigns get a little bit unwieldy when you get like a level 20, level 18, level 19, level 20. That's when you get those rounds that take forever. For the aforementioned reasons, not even just with wizards, but with lots of classes, things get complicated for sure. But and there was some cool shit for sure that we could do with level 8. You're getting 5th level spells, I think, by that point in Pathfinder, at least. The thing with that campaign, that was the one I was streaming. The thing with that campaign is that was the most probably mediocre character I've ever made. That was an instance where, and I think this is maybe part of my problem why I don't feel very creative about characters, is that I look, what does this campaign have right now, and what do they need? Because I always kind of intentionally pick my class last. because I like use that like to kind of narrow my what I want to play, because I like to think I could play just about anything, but I intentionally pick last so I can pick, okay, what do they need the most? Do we need DPS? We need arcane spellcasting, that kind of thing. The answer most of the time is some kind of divine spellcasting, because most of my friends don't really like to play healers or clerics or support. So I would say that's probably what I've played the most over the years. And yeah, this is one such case where we didn't have any healing, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be a druid instead of a cleric, because a druid is really what we needed. I'm sorry, cleric is what we needed. But I was like, oh, I'll go a little bit weird. But I was like, but I don't know how long this campaign's gonna last. And I've never played a druid before, so I was like, I'll just kind of make a cookie cutter druid and not think too hard about like the story or just, you know, what kind of character. I'm just gonna kind of roll with it and just kind of improv it all the way through. And we had a really good time with it. But I remember at the outset, it being a very kind of vanilla character, because again, I wasn't sure how long the campaign was gonna go. But I'm glad I had that character, because it was a lot of fun, and some of my favorite Dungeons and Dragons role-playing moments ever were with that character. So, you know, what started as like a check in the box, you know, just something to get the game going, became pretty cool, became pretty special. New campaign with same people. Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, if it's the same people, that's pretty nice too, actually. Yeah, if it's the same people. But yeah, new campaign, maybe the same setting, maybe not. Maybe there's a relation to the old characters, maybe not. You know, there's no wrong way to do it, obviously. Like in our case, obviously we went from Pathfinder to, oh, that was tricky by the way. We went from Pathfinder to Cyberpunk Red. That could not be more different. So obviously there's no relation to the old campaign. Also, it's mostly different people. Myself and Adam were in the previous campaign, but yeah, I guess there's nobody else from that campaign that are in this group. We don't have Shelly, we don't have Tyler, we don't have Todd. Yeah, so because it's all new people. They're mostly people that I've played with in previous campaigns, but yeah, it is totally new otherwise though. Woo. It's actually kind of a nice change of pace. We get some open air spaces, not just all close quarter all the time. Sometimes I like open quarters. Yeah, Cyberpunk Red's been pretty cool though. And actually Cyberpunk Red is the first time in really a long time I have intentionally chosen a character that I like to think I have avoided the main character syndrome thing that I was saying earlier. I haven't made a character that like requires all this special attention or anything, but in Cyberpunk Red I have made a character that is absolutely not what the party needed, and I picked my character out. I did the thing where I waited until the end, and I was like, all right, what we need is a netrunner. Having a cyberpunk campaign with no netrunners is a bad idea. But everyone else picked their characters, and then I was left with the choice. I was like, I can make a netrunner, or I could do something extremely weird. And I opted to do something extremely weird because I knew Adam would build a campaign that like would make sense for us. He wouldn't say like, oh, you don't have a netrunner, therefore I'm gonna punish you and like require one, and just, you know, make you know, we would just fail all the hacking saves and just, you know, fuck us, right? He wasn't gonna do that to us. He would give us situations that, okay, you don't need to hack to be able to, you know, get this one thing fixed up. So I made a character that is a media character. Media is the name of the class for those who know Cyberpunk Red, which is very, very ancillary, very much an ancillary secondary kind of class thing that, yeah, is never going to be required, but is sometimes really interesting. I was like, do I want an interesting, unique character or something that like is expected? I was like, let's deviate a little bit. So yeah, I'm liking that character. However, it's Cyberpunk, so needless to say, which is to say, it's similar to Shadowrun. If you've ever played Shadowrun, you know you are one very unlucky crit headshot bullet wound from losing that character forever. You know, a mundane encounter could turn extremely lethal for a character very quickly. I mean, that can happen in D&D. You're a level 1 wizard and the bad guy fighter closes with you and gets a very unlucky crit. And he does you know, 14 damage to you. Your max damage, your max health of 5 means you're just dead. I've seen it happen. There was a campaign where we were playing with our friend Pat. Our friend Patrick, and he had never played Dungeons and Dragons before. His first ever session, he was playing a wizard, and yeah, the DM had an enemy, a level 1 fighter that was like it was not a fighter, but like a cursed fighter, like some kind of undead thing, but it was basically a fighter. Just got a very unfortunate lucky crit, just natural 20 lucky crit on the wizard. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, the wizard shouldn't have been in melee to begin with. Well, I think it was because it was like an ambush round, and the wizard cast shield on himself, so he made himself harder to hit. But the evil fighter thing, whatever this class was, got just an unlucky crit and rolled max damage and did like 14 damage. And yeah, the DM was like, "I'm sorry, Pappy, your character just got cut in half." It's like, I'm sorry, but there is no way to survive that when you were a level 1 wizard with 5 HP. And it was like, "But I cast shield." He's like, "I know, but it's a crit, so I'm sorry, man." First ever session just gets got. So I mean, it can happen. But yeah, with Cyberpunk and with Shadowrun especially, yeah, you were going to get got. Can I blow these things up? That's how I lost. There we go. Yeah, that's how I lost a life earlier on, was blowing those fuckers up. Also, they got launched. What the heck? They got launched and they survived the fall damage. Good for them. They survived the explosion and the fall damage. You can give them. That's the first time I've actually seen that. But anyway, the reason I was saying that, the reason I was kind of emphasizing the fact that in Cyberpunk and in what's that? And in Shadowrun, your character can get murdered very easily. Is the DM realized this? I think in the end of our second session, one of our guys got shot a few times and he survived, but his wounds were going to take like in-game days to recover from. And he realized, like, oh shit, well, if somebody gets wounded and has days to recover, that's going to throw off the timeline of like certain events happening. So he was like, all right, how's about this? Everyone makes secondary characters. That way, if your guy gets wounded or, Lord forbid, someone gets killed, they're not just sitting like a chump for the remainder of the session. They can have someone else fill in so they can like do something in the meantime. So yeah, the secondary character that I rolled was a Netrunner. So the prophecy has been fulfilled regardless. Are you guys dead? Here, there's only one way to find out. Okay, now they're dead. They look like they were dead, but I had to find out for sure. And then, of course, yeah, then there's the Cyberpunk game. Now, the interesting thing about Cyberpunk Red is that it takes place like 50 years prior to the events of the Cyberpunk video game. So if you've ever played the Cyberpunk video game, I have not, but if you have, when you play Cyberpunk Red, there's a lot of allusions to events that you hear about in game, in the Cyberpunk video game, but those things were like happened very recently in the universe of Cyberpunk Red. Of course, that's at the discretion of the DM, depending on how they want to run it. But yeah, there's like a lot of moments where, again, I haven't played the game, but a bunch of my friends in the group have, and they recognize things as they come up, which is kind of neat. It's only a basic enemy. Don't be a wuss about it. Oh, never mind, you're dead. Yeah, I think in this combat situation, I'm trying to remember exactly how it went down. Also, there's nothing here. I can maybe this would be something. Do I get to like... Oh, there's a fella? Am I supposed to kill you? Oh, I pick you up. I shall call her Kitty. Feeds on fresh blood. Oh my god. That is very cool. She explodes? Oh, we need the blood. Oh, that's super cool. So, how do I give her the... Oh, there we go. This is an extremely cool weapon and an extremely dumb weapon, but I'm kind of digging it. Alright, so I got the blood. How do I pick up more blood? Blood absorbed. 5%. How do I slurp up more? How do I slurp up more blood? Do I have to like soak it up here? I wonder if there's like a button I'm supposed to be pressing. I feel like I'm not doing it right. But no, I'm trying to think, like, in that situation. I remember it was a surprise round, and it wasn't like a boss. It wasn't like an end-level boss, but it was definitely something more than like a zombie. It was somebody it was an enemy with a weapon, but it was a level 1 campaign. There's not a lot of level 1 campaigns where you're like being thrown in with like things that had weapons. It definitely wasn't like an NPC that we had pissed off or something. But now, yeah, for the life of me, I really can't remember what exactly we were fighting that led to that situation. But I just remember feeling bad because this is this guy's first introduction to Dungeons and Dragons. And it was like his second combat ever. And yeah, he just gets fucking one-shot by a very unfortunate. Now, maybe what the DM should have done, and you know, for better or for worse, Luke never pulled any punches, was, you know, you see the result of the dice. You know, you got the DM screen up. It's at the DM's discretion to roll with it or to say, oh, that 20, oh, it was actually a 14, you know, or something not quite as spicy. You know, be a little easy on the new guy. But yeah, for better or for worse, Luke never pulled any punches, and in fact, we learned later that some of his friends, some of the friends that he had a lot longer, did not like playing with him as the DM because he made things like so hard for them. Like they were like, he's like, Luke's a good friend and I like him, but I don't like playing D&D with him because he's like brutal. So I don't know. There were aspects of his playstyle that, looking back years later, I don't really miss. I miss that group and I miss getting to hang out with them. But like, yeah, the groups now are much nicer. And I don't even mean easier, because yeah, we've gotten our asses kicked in Adam's games, but it's just a more fun experience, generally speaking. Yeah, I think I just have to run over the corpses when the blood is getting splooted out. I think the idea is that weapon is a sometimes weapon. It's not like you can, I think the expectation is that it's not like you're able to have it be self-sustaining. You have to slowly pick ammo back up for it over time. I think that's the general idea. I wonder if we'll get like blood packets or something where we can get the goods other ways. Oh, I should be giving things more often. That's probably the strat. Yeah, just give shit. Here we go. Bam, blood absorbed. There we go. First, second edition. Yeah, and that's exactly it. He would have started with, I think, second edition, when D&D was fucking brutal, right? It makes perfect sense. I give this. Looks like I cannot. I can only like slap it around like a weird game of hockey. I could kill these guys, but they're harmless. They're my bros. Yo, Adam, I was just talking about you, buddy. We're talking D&D, and I don't know if your ears were burning. But I was just saying earlier, like, man, thank goodness I have Adam, because he's such a good dude, and he's such a good DM, and he's such a nice guy, so easy to play with. Like, I was just saying how like some of my earlier D&D experiences were with some DMs who are brutal. Like they're good dudes. Like I'm still friends with them, but like I think about our games now and I go, man, I'm such a happier person in D&D now, because like it's like not adversarial. Like it feels like a positive thing, and it's not fucking brutal. I need more blood for the blood god. I was gonna say, I bet that's gonna kill. Oh, he explodes. That is extremely delicious. I've got explosions too. He's got rockets. I got rockets. How are you alive? Stop being alive. Stop it. Get help. Ouch. Yeah, I need to give these guys so I can absorb their blood. I can use the blood to blow up more shit. And by blow up, I mean use this little fella to explode their asses. Yeah, no. Oh, that's right. Yeah. If she saw it on Facebook, yeah, I did post. I tried to spam too much whenever I go live with the regular streams, but tonight's a marathon stream. Also, we got like weird blood paneling, blood polygon shenanigans happening there. But yeah, since today is a marathon stream, 8-hour plus marathon stream, I was like, all right, I'll go ahead and post to the normie Facebook. I try not to spam my personal Facebook page with bullshit, but sometimes I will go weird on the normie Facebook page for special occasions like this one. Yeah, role-playing is to tell a good story. Yeah, I could not agree more. And that's and your philosophy is one I don't think I would ever like people into deviate, because I've played with more the latter that you described. And I think that's part of the issue too. I think the other DMs that I've played with were also huge into Warhammer, so I think maybe that was the issue. Like they just had different expectations. It's not like to say they were wrong, but it was not jiving with what I was done, what I was hoping for from a D&D experience. But I was too inexperienced to know what I wanted necessarily, so You know, I can't really fault anybody for those earlier games, but yeah, it's so much nicer now. So much nicer. Yo, we got Panicness, a fellow Extra Life homie. What's up, Panicness? Now, Panicness, for those who might remember, she was nice enough to raid us. I think it was earlier this year. Maybe it was late last year. But I want to say it was earlier this year. She raided us. And I think it was the day after, or maybe the day of, when you were featured on a local news station, I think, for the Extra Life fundraising you've been doing. And her community was like, I think showed, like, I can't remember how it went down, but I think something about where your community was able to get the video. Maybe it was like somehow you had watched it for the first time on stream, like with a bunch of your community friends, like your moderators and stuff like that. I can't exactly remember how it all went down, but I remember it was like super badass, and all your friends were like helping you out, and that's super cool. And now you're rating us, and that's also super cool. I appreciate you, bud. Do a quick shout out for our friend Panicness in just a moment here. A fellow Extra Lifer, a fellow true homie for real. Thank you, my friend. It's good to see you. Have I hit the goal for Children's Miracle Network? Technically we did. Technically we did, because the original goal was 2,000, but I upped the ante. The reason our fundraising jumped up quite a bit is because whenever we get near the end of the year, I always donate I just donate the money that I received for that year from Twitch revenue. So the sudden jump from like 1,000 to about 2,000 was because, yeah, I tallied up all the revenue that I had received from Twitch, and just donated that total to the fundraising profile. Because like I've got a full-time job, like I don't need the money that is raised from, you know, sub revenue, that kind of thing. I was like, this is fun money that, you know, I don't really consider mine, so to speak, because I plan on donating anyway, so it's not like factored into the budget at all. But this is fun money anyway, so we might as well. But thank you, Nitro, for shouting out Panicness, by the way. Doing some of... Oh, the Chant. I did hear about that game, actually. That's a really cool looking horror game. How are you liking it, by the way? Because I have not heard anything about it, but I remember seeing it. It's kind of acutely on my radar, and it looks badass. I need to give more things so I can get more of the blood so I can use this cool weapon. Yeah, that was this summer. Yeah, I don't remember the exact details, but I remember it was some kind of circumstance where you, of course, were filmed for like a local news feature, but I think you hadn't seen the finished product yet. Somehow your community was able to like secure the video or secure the footage and like not maybe keep it from you, but like they were able to make it such that you watched it for the first time on your stream, and that's super freaking cool. Also, that's terrifying. I just looked up and see these fucking meat mummy goblin friends just staring us down. That is delightfully fucked up. We're playing Incision. This game is kind of gross, but also it's kind of badass, and I'm really enjoying it despite its grossness. It's more of a Quake-like than it is a Doom-like, and I'm very much enjoying it. Like the flow of the Chant. Yeah, it looks really sick. I'm trying to remember what the reviews were. I think I saw that it was like maybe mixed, maybe mostly positive. It didn't look like the kind of game that'd be for everybody. So I wasn't discouraged by not it having like universally positive reviews, but I was like, I gotta keep my eyes on this one. Because I like the premise. It looks badass. Like just really cool fucking vibes. By the way, Panicness, do you have any clips you want to share? Because I remember last time we raided, you showed us the clip of you reacting to your news story being showed on your stream, and you could tell it was emotional. Like people in the chat were all happy, and there were happy tears. It's cool because you work really hard for your Extra Life fundraising, and I get it. I'm a fellow Extra Lifer. I know how that goes. I'm in the trenches with you, my homie. So it's nice when your hard work like that is recognized, and you got the community there to support you. So that's fucking cool as hell. And I love that you got to share that with us. That was really neat. If you have any clips, I'd love to see them in any capacity. Running some encounters. Yeah, Adam is he's like Inspector Gadget. He's always on duty. Adam is always hard at work on, and hopefully it's fun work, but it is work no doubt. Insofar as he's... Oh, I'm back over here now. Do I want to be back over here? Let's go back on that side, actually. He's always working on cool stuff for other campaigns and other groups. Adam is he's a busy bee. And it's a good thing because he's a very good dude who runs campaigns very well. But yeah, it means he means he is tireless. I imagine it's probably hard at times to find time for, like, you know, other hobbies and things like sleep. and things like, you know, being an otherwise normal functioning adult. But me and all the other folks in your campaigns appreciate all the hard work you do, buddy. You're a good dude, and you work hard for our collective enjoyment. I just hope it doesn't. I just hope it doesn't negatively impact your sanity and or your sleep schedule too harshly. But I imagine Adam is probably typing something effective. Alex, I love this shit. Because I know he's been into tabletop gaming for a long time, so it's in his blood. Says, you flatter me. I think if Jeremy or James or Ben, like, really if any of the homies were listening in right now, they'd be like, oh yeah, no question. They'd be nodding vigorously in agreement. So I know we can jump over this way. What's down this way? Oh, we haven't been this way yet. I figured there was probably something that I'd missed. Kind of a non-linear level in some ways. Yeah, I've been. I'll just take a rocket to the chin. Take a rocket to the dick. Oh, wrong weapon. Ludicrous Gibbs. We saw that once earlier. I think that just means the game likes that we're blowing shit up, and it's rewarding us with a funny text call out. I want to kill you before I turn my gaze. Oh, I'm gonna get splattered by my character. I'm gonna turn my gaze now. You guys are shitting directly in my general direction. Yeah, dang it. You're the one. Get yourself, because I need it. You guys are healthy, my god. I was getting down to like 20 HP for a second there. Yeah, those rocket boys, not nice. They might meet for February. Yeah. I know we were saying pretty recently that, yeah, that December was gonna be weird and January was also gonna be weird. So, yeah, no worries whatsoever if we gotta put things on hold for another month or so, because between holidays and of course I know you've talked about the health stuff. There's some family stuff going down. It's a lot. So yeah, no worries if we gotta shoot for sometime in February. I'm in no rush. I mean, I'm down to play, but I'm also not gonna get impatient. Got some dubby-wubby kinds of musics, which is not entirely out of place. It's a little bit surprising, but yeah, not entirely out of place necessarily. Ouch. Say who? Oh, there's one over there. That's sneaky. I see you. Better try to do the cool guy. There we go. Yeah, that cool little cool pistol shot. So cool. There's a guy over here, wasn't there? Oh, maybe not. Over here. Whoop. Double jump. There we go. Nothing else in that side. Let's just go ahead and jump up fully then. Yeah, thank you, Panic This. No, I appreciate you sharing. That was fun. Yeah, it's kind of funny how that works sometimes. It was like, it's funny because you think back to those days, those early days of like relatively innocent, like viral meme internet culture stuff that just sometimes randomly took off. You know, before there was this notion before this notion of going viral and influencers, that kind of thing, you had this kind of earnest, like, oh man, things were like so quiet and like chill back then. Relatively, you know, it's all relative, obviously. Hold on, we had a donation just now. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check the deets. And of course, I missed the little pop-up, so I'm gonna check the Extra Life page itself. See if I can get a quick heads up on whomst was this mystery donor. Whoops, hold on, I need to keep that muted. I don't need multiple Alexes in my life. Some people were bored. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Oh shit, that's my friend Amanda. Yo, Amanda, I don't know if you're listening in right now. That's super nice. Actually, I think that either the time zones are goofy, or maybe I just missed it. Like maybe the donation just took a second to tick. But that was our friend Amanda. She's actually played games with us on stream before. We played Phasmophobia with her last year. And that was my first time in a good while getting to play games with her. She is awesome, and she is a long-time Extra Lifer as well. I know she had a kid recently. She got married a couple years ago. She's had a kid. She's been doing like family stuff. She's been pretty busy. But I'm secretly, Amanda, if you're listening in, I'm secretly hoping one day you might want to get back into video game shenanigans and streaming shenanigans. Oh, there she is. Oh, let's stop talking about her. Shh. We definitely weren't talking shit. Amanda, thank you very much. A freaking very generous donation for our Extra Life fundraising. Yeah, Amanda's an old school Extra Life participant, and she's also an old school streamer. All right, a lot of us, you know, we've gotten in on Twitch or YouTube or what have you, you know, somewhat recently. You know, for some of us it's been the past couple years, but Amanda's an OG. And no, I'm not saying she's old. I'm saying she got into that shit early, and she's awesome. And I hope you and the fam are doing well. And thank you, Amanda. Year after year, always helps out with our fundraising. She's always such a freaking cool person. Amanda, I don't care what Caleb and all of our other college buddies from back in the day say about you. I think you're cool. See, the thing is, with some of the college buddies we all have, well, actually, I guess in all fairness, I actually haven't heard from Caleb and some of those other guys in a while, but whenever you make that joke, someone being like, you know, I don't care what people say about you, I think you're cool. If I make that joke about some of our old college buddies, Amanda would probably say, oh, no, they would talk shit. That's what they would do. Because, you know, it's one of those kinds of friendships, you know, the friendships where if they're not talking shit, then something has gone wrong. It's like, oh no, did I offend them? They're not talking smack to me. What's going on here? Oh yeah, the blood thingy. Oh, it like hugs them and then they die. That's pretty sick. I need to use this thing more often, but it takes so long to charge up the blood. The bloody stuffs. Favorite video game from ages... Oh, wait, hold on. That was a fun Hobbit fact. My favorite video game from age 8 to 10. You know what? It's going to be a little bit weird to say this, but I think ages 8 to 10 was about the time I first got into video games. Because it would have been like 4th grade. I think I was 7 or 8 in 4th grade. So it probably would have been Mario 64. Maybe Ocarina of Time. That would have been the following year. Yeah, you know what? It's probably Ocarina of Time. Because that would have been like about 97, 98. Whoa, Extra Life. Oh, Jesus, another rocket fell. Rocket homie. Yeah, he buttered my biscuits very, very capably. Very, very confidently. But, yeah, Ocarina of Time, I would say. I would have like still been into Mario 64 and Bomberman and all these other ones, but yeah. Ocarina of Time would have been the hottest for sure. What about you, Adam? I'd be curious. And thank you again to Panicness very much for that raid. Very generous of you, my friend. Yeah, if anybody else has thoughts, I'd be curious, like, what are some others favorites like from that age? Because yeah, that's like for a lot of us, that's a fun time. That's like a fun time where, you know, you still get that childlike joy, that childlike innocence, but you're probably not playing games like this, at least ultra violent bullshit like this, but like you're starting to kind of like coalesce into the kinds of games that you really enjoy, and not just, you know, whatever is like new or like shiny, but like you start to like dial into what does this person like. That's when you start to like find things that'll stick with you forever. Because I mean, yeah, I still love Ocarina of Time. I played it pretty recently with the randomizers we were doing with our friends. The real good friends talk shit. There you go. Nitro gets it. Yeah, Mandy says things have been busy. You know, I totally get it. Yeah, doing the family stuff. It's a lot. I was actually just hanging out with family earlier today. Gracie has a couple of cousins that, well, actually we were visiting with just one cousin, but it was her cousin and also her cousin-in-law. So as you can imagine, This cousin of hers got married. She's just had her third kid, and her, I guess she would be our nieces-in-law, I guess. Or no, they'd be my nieces-in-law. They're all hilarious, and they're all goofy kids that are all hyped up and all energetic and goofy and silly. And, you know, you're around them for an afternoon or a couple hours in an afternoon, and you're winded. You're like, wow, this was a lot. Like, this was a nice visit, but man, I'm exhausted. And then you're like, oh, the parents don't, this is just their life forever. they don't get to, like, just go home and chill like I do. They, like, oh no, this is forever for them. Maybe not forever, because eventually the kids will calm down, but like, this is their life for the next so many years. Oh god, this is morbid. Look at that. Look at this fella here. So yeah, that shit is exhausting. That shit is exhausting, and, you know, it's a positive exhausting, I'm sure, but it's still a lot. Not to mince words. StarCraft, nice. Yeah. Genesis with the first system. That's a good point too. Yeah, I mean, I actually would be impressed if you were able to do like StarCraft in that age. I would have not had the mental fortitude to play StarCraft when I was 8. I'm not even sure I would have had the mental fortitude to play StarCraft when I was 18, or even 28 maybe. I think 28 is about the age when I did play for StarCraft for the first time. It was actually with you, Adam. You and oh gosh, I'm trying to remember his name, but it was at one of our LAN parties. We did like a couple rounds of StarCraft just for funsies, multiplayer that is. And I never played before, and of course I got my ass whooped. But it was my first taste of StarCraft. I'd played Warcraft before, but yeah, never StarCraft. First get into Pokemon, yeah, that's like that age where like yeah, you will find movies and video games and music and TV shows that will stick with you forever. It's when stuff starts to really kind of set in as far as like, what do I like, what am I about, and not just stuff like, oh, I like this because my parents showed it to me, but like I like this because this is really dope and this is my shit. 6 or 7, man, oh man. Original Warcraft, man. I've played Warcraft 2 for like an hour, and I was like, yo, this shit is hard. There's the hidden path. I should have watched that building go down, but that's okay. We see the hidden path. Yeah, I played a little bit of Warcraft 2, and I was like, this shit's hard and kind of clunky. Because I started on Warcraft 3, and that game is great and much more user-friendly than Warcraft 2. I'm assuming Warcraft 1 was probably even more clunk, even more jank. It said handful of shells. For some reason, I thought it said handful of snails. And I was about to be confused, but a little bit excited. Like I'm loading snails into my shotgun and launching it at bad guys. Like the snails get, I don't know, like the snail goop gets in their eyes or something. Dad was into real time. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I know you said your dad was like kind of an OG with some of those earlier PC games, which is cool as hell. Oh, come on. I was supposed to explode this guy. Or I'm supposed to be gibbing. So I can get the meats, the blood meats. The system, yeah, I've heard about that. So if you want to play Warcraft 1 now, you have to have something to emulate that system clock being at a lower pace, because otherwise the game is gonna, like, the round will be over so quickly. It'll be a good speed run. I thought that was genius. I thought First Shell was gonna get his ass. Oh, it's a big multi-rocket. Fighting one of these guys this close together, or this close range, is a little scary. When it's a more open arena, it's a little bit nicer, because you can kind of, like, you know, pick your battles a little bit easier. But when it's pick areas to hide behind, that kind of thing. But when it's this close range, it's like, nope, this is all I can do. It's the only place I can be right now is in the same playing field. This is awkward. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. Oh, we've been here before, right? Yeah, we've been here. Oh, but that little space is open now. Okay, so let's go back this way then. So that was just to demonstrate the fact that yes, we've explored this whole area now. So we go back the way we came, and we can actually go that way now. That little space has been opened up. Also, I think we don't have fall damage. Yeah, the better computer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Story of Warcraft. was moved into an MMO. You're saying that like, or you're saying like the story for Warcraft maybe didn't need to be an MMO, but could have worked just fine as a Warcraft game? Because I don't think that's a hot take. I think that's like a reasonable way to look at it. Here we go. Is this it? Yeah, we can just jump down here. Because yeah, I mean, I only played Warcraft 3, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to say this. I never even played the Frozen Throne. I never played the expansion. I just played the base game. And I know the expansion's very good. I've heard it's amazing. And I know it also contributes more to the story. But what I did play, what I did experience story-wise, I really enjoyed, and I thought was like pretty well made, like pretty comprehensive, and pretty sophisticated, you know, from storytelling, the way storytelling goes. So yeah, I think, yeah, it probably didn't need to be an MMO. But yeah, of course, World of Warcraft was like a little indie game. You know, a couple people played it maybe. So you know, the fact that it became an MMO is, I would say, it makes perfect sense. Continue the story. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, sad the story. Oh, I misread a couple words. I gotcha. Right. Yeah, that's one thing I've heard people mention. If they, because I've heard people say it'd be really cool if we can get a Warcraft 4. But yeah, for the reason you just mentioned, Adam, I'm not so sure that'll happen anytime soon. Because yeah, it's like that MMO ship has sailed, and I don't know if there's really any going back from it, unfortunately. So I realized that I don't know if I know where to go from here. Let's go back. Let's just kind of retrace our steps. It's not here. It's not dropping down. Is it dropping down this way? Maybe I do want to drop down this way, actually. Yeah, let's just go back entirely, because I think the idea is we opened up an earlier path. So I think if I go all the way... do I want to go back this far? Maybe. Maybe I do. One of the earlier paths should have like a little opening in it. But anyway, yeah, if they want to do a Warcraft 4, I mean, I guess it could just pick up at the end of, like, from the end of whatever the current World of Warcraft story is. But yeah, you'd lose a lot of people, because the kind of person that would want a Warcraft 4 probably was never into World of Warcraft, or like, very much preferred Warcraft 3. So as a result, people who only played Warcraft 3 and not World of Warcraft would be picking up with a story that is completely foreign to them. None of the known characters. I mean, there might be some familiar faces and familiar names, but like, there'd be a bunch of events that are completely new and are completely unknown and like, yeah, you'd be a stranger in a strange land at that point. So that would be a weird situation. I think we got to go back then. I was thinking for sure. Do I have a map? No, but I have that. That's kind of cool. Tells you all the little summary of the deets. Yeah, there's no map. No map, so we just have to navigate ourselves. Let's get back to that spot where we could see that little that opening that that was available with that totem that got shreked, and see if there's like another path that leads to it, because I thought for sure I'd be able to see it from here, but so far it has been... Oh, is that it right there? Oh, that is it right there. Oh, that's convenient. Okay. Go ahead and drop on down. Is this the end of the level? Those bad guys? Some of them are bad guys. I'll do my cool flippy pistol. Maybe the way it works, the science for it is maybe we're like... It makes the bullet go faster. If you spin dash it. You spin dash the bullet, it'll go faster. Maybe that's how it works. Alright. Do I want to do one more level and then VR? Or do I want to jump to VR now? We'll do one more level and then switch to VR, because I've been live for about 2.5 hours. We'll get to the 3-hour mark, and then we'll jump ship to some VR times. We'll probably only do VR games for like 2 hours at most, because I have not done a lot of VR, and I assume that if you're kind of new to it, you don't want to overdo it, because some people get headaches, some people get dizzy. It's like, I don't want to overdo it, but I'm I'm like vibrating with anticipation to do some VR. I'm very excited. Shout outs to our friend Aaron. Our friends Aaron and Helen, who very generously just gave me their old VR headset because they recently upgraded to a new one. And they have a few older ones lying around there. And Aaron hit me up. He was like, "Hey Alex, do you just want a CV1, an Oculus Rift CV1?" And I was like, maybe. I was like, that sounds kind of cool. I was like, how much? You know, what's the asking price? And he was like, nothing. I just want to give it to you. And I was like, all right, well, I can't just do that. So let me take you guys out for dinner. So, you know, we all got to hang out, which was awesome. And yeah, they just gave me the VR Oculus Rift. I've got it set up right now, and I'm super excited. I haven't played it, really. I haven't, like, really played it, but I did do all the setups. It is ready to go at a moment's notice. And I've like got things calibrated, and I made sure to like get the area designated for my space behind me, the open spaces I have behind me. So I made sure to do a lot of the setup work, of course, but let's go. These guys see they got thrown to their death, presumably. But yeah, a lot of the gameplay, the VR gameplay today will be the first time I'll have like experienced it beyond just putzing around in menus, that kind of thing. Can I do games the first weekend of February? I will have to double check because that'll be around Gracie's birthday. Her birthday is in early February, so I'll need to double check the calendar. But I would say probably we could. I'll go ahead and say yes. I'll go ahead and say yes because like. We won't have the whole weekend to party, obviously. You know, we'll probably do something maybe Saturday in the evening. So I could probably do like Saturday afternoon or Friday for that matter. So we could probably do something, or maybe we'll do something in the during the week. So I'll have to kind of double check the calendar and talk with her about it. But I suspect we can make something happen without too much trouble. 35% blood level, so we're picking up some juice. I just need to remember to like give more the bad guys. These guys are mostly harmless, so I don't think I need to kill them unless they get caught in the crossfire like that. But yeah, I would say for the intents of planning things around, yeah, let's go ahead and assume that I could probably make it work. Fast boys. Seems like if you get a good headshot, you can one tap with a shotgun, but it's a little bit tough because they are fast fellas. Now they're dead fellas. Gotta get more of the gibs so I can absorb the blood, slurp the blood. And that includes the like, yeah, I guess like environmental dead bodies, not dead bodies that I created fresh. I'm spanking them with weapons and bullets. What do I do here? Rocket? Yeah, we'll do one rocket. I like how sometimes, yeah, when things explode, they get launched upwards. It's very fun. Oh, even if you melee sometimes for some reason, not sure why that is, but it is very delightful. It's some kind of game engine physicsy shenanigans that's happening, where they just kind of get knocked upwards. Oh, hello. I was gonna say, he keeps like being in an in-pain animation. I was thinking he was gonna die, but no, he would just keep going. Blood absorbed. All right, how are we doing now? 100%. We are all ready to roll. We are ready to blast some dudes. The booty blast some dudes. Another one up. Okay, when I pick that up, is that gonna spawn in some broskies? No, broskies are already here. Never mind. I don't wait for shit. Ooh, that was satisfying. All right, actually, I'm already good on blood. Unless I can overfill. Probably not. Oh, it does. Oh, look at that. So see it. It says absorbed. 105, 115%. Means I gotta start using this. I'll probably use it for like the big scary fellas though. Oh. Oh shit. I know I can drop that guy. Drop him like it's hot. Oh, what's that? Some kind of teleport fella? That's pretty sick. Got a path behind me. We have stuff over here. We got another explodey boy. Who does give a blood droplet. Now, I can't just, like... I can't just absorb the blood with this thing. Like, head under the soda fountain. Like a freaking weirdo. Actually never done that before. I've never, like, dunked my head under a soda fountain before, but I remember seeing it in, like, The Simpsons or something like that and thinking, like, that seems like it'd be fun, but the kind of shit that would get you kicked out of an establishment, though. It was like sliding. Blitz. Can I just go ahead and melee this guy while I'm at it? Sure, why the hell not? Sounds good, man. Yeah, get some writing done. Good stuff, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for popping in, Adam. And looking forward to some games. I heard my phone ding a couple times, so it sounds like some conversations about potential games for February are underway, which makes me greatly excited. Yeah, it's a very fun game. I was just saying earlier how it's a good group and it's a fun game and it's a weird system. It's weird and foreign to me, but it has been very enjoyable. Boop, boop. Chainsaws? Or not chainsaws, more buzz saws. Buzzsaw boomerang things. Not exactly this. Maybe not the safest. A rare instance of workplace safety not being the top consideration by bad guys in a video game. Oh, one of you big boys. All right, that's when you get this thing. It's gonna bore into your face, and by face I mean your butt. Same thing. To say that should kill him, yeah. Kill him real dead. I like that weapon, but you have to use it for the big fellas. Oh, he wasn't getting physics or anything. That's like a thing he does. He like slides around. That's really cool. A little sliding maneuver he does. Okay. Let's open that up. This just gave me health. Because that was optional. This is the good stuff. This is legit. Quad shotgun. And they all just kind of stand around and stare at me awkwardly. Ooh, lava. He's trying to dodge to the side, but he's got nowhere to dodge. I was actually kind of hoping he would fall in the lava. That'd have been very silly. It was speaking of the devil. I'll take another extra life. This is an extra life fundraiser after all, so it makes sense. Dagger. There we go. Now this kind of reminds me of a level we got to play through in Bolt Gun. There was a number of kind of lava-centric forge, like large forge, large refinery levels. But there's one in particular that had like a big ass lava fall like this that was really cool. Ouch. So say that needs to like bore into his face and make him explode. Alright, we're just gonna use plain old rockets. Plain old rockets, get shit done. There you go. I feel like I wasn't able to get a lot of hits there because it's like too far away or something. Of course, I've been thinking about Bolt Gun a lot because we've been playing a lot of Rogue Trader. That's been very fun. I know it's probably not everyone's cup of tea when it comes to viewership, but I'm really enjoying playing it. It reminds me how much fun those kinds of games can be. And also how slow they can be. And I really enjoy that CRPG game loop. Reminds me of playing Icewind Dale a number of years ago. And Fallout 1. Fallout 1 is a pretty different game in the grand scheme of things. And that game is way harder. Fallout 1 is a rough game. It's a good game and it's worth playing, but man, that game kicked my ass. I eventually beat it though. We eventually succeeded. Took a minute, but we eventually got there. More the bloods. Just don't tell the Crips. Crips in the blow. Oh! You know what? Yeah, I will go that way. This might be a secret. It's not a secret, but it's supplies. Supplies, motherfucker! More broskies over that way. Still cracks me up that this guy's movement speed is like, rather his walk speed. His walk speed is like, I don't know, 30 miles per hour. This dude moves so quickly, and that's his walk speed. And then you see him sprinting, and you go, Jesus Christ, Sonic the Hedgehog, calm your tits. Holy crap. Don't need to go so fast. Already at full health. Well, I'm glad I got those rockets, but I feel like a dingus for dropping down, but that's okay. Already been here, I think. Yes, we've been here before. Okay. Take this little platform. And I jump over there, maybe. I've already been here, I think. The presence of dead bodies tells me I've already been there, but that's fine, because now we're back where we were. Look at that. We got where we needed to be. Now I can harvest fresh blood from these unwilling sacrifices. Is there a button I was supposed to hit here? Oh, jump on this. There's a button over there. Sprint across. Maybe that opens something. We get more melee superiority. Secret has been found. Yes, the Saw Spear Overcharge, which is really cool. I don't know if it's always a good idea, but it means more really cool melee damage, so we have an incentive to spank bad boys with this thing. Our Saw Spear. I think this is where I'm supposed to go, though. Does that go anywhere? Oh, I can't actually go across there. There's a little thingy blocking me. I got 200 health, by the way. Holy moly. I'm so cool. Is that a switch? No, it's just a glowing light thingy. Don't think it goes that way. Where am I supposed to go? There's like areas I can see. Like I see things I can poke around with, but where does the game want me to go? What's my motivation for this character? Ads forbid? Yeah, honestly, Joseph, I'm in the same boat. I know some people kind of scoffed at it because the payouts were none too generous, but yeah, I used that system a number of times with a bunch of the streamers I followed. Especially like if I had to get up to use the restroom. I'd be like, all right, let me just queue up an ad. I'm going to use the restroom anyway. And get, it kind of builds towards, what was it? It was like 5 bits per ad watch or something like that. It was, again, a very meager payout, but it would add up over time. And it seemed like it benefited everybody. So it benefited the streamers who received the bits. It definitely benefited Twitch and the advertisers that worked with them. So it seemed like a everybody wins kind of situation, but I guess it wasn't worth it. So they nixed the program after a while. Yeah, it was kind of nice. I've spent very little money on bits over the years. I think I've maybe bought bits once, and only because it was like some kind of promotion where it was like some ridiculous discount where it's like you could get like 1,000 bits for like $5. So basically a 50% discount, which is nice. But yeah, otherwise the only other bits I've gotten over the years were from either ads for bits or doing surveys, because there is the Twitch research something group, research participation group. They call it the RPG. They can do surveys for bits, which is kind of cool. Did I need to blow up those cars? Nah, I just wanted to because it was gonna look cool, and I was wondering if that would expose something. Now I can look at this. What does it tell me? Respiratory system, question mark. A faint sound of wind moving. A rare blessing of having no human lungs anymore. Oh boy. So I guess this guy's like a cyborg then. Kinda makes sense. Also, this must be it. Except no, I've already been here. Never mind, I'm full of shit. That's the question. Where do we go from here? Unless... You know what? It would make sense for us to go up that way. This is like a, you know, where's that blood coming from? Like maybe that's the mystery here. So if there was some way to go up more, yeah, we follow this all the way through. There was no buttons to press here, and this right here led to a secret. Let's do this again. There's health on here. There's like, you know, the game was leading us this way. Oh, here maybe. Ooh, is this the key? Oh, there's a big fella. Well, not a big fella, but a noteworthy fella. That's where we need to go, for sure. I can piss off your buddy. How do we get up there? See a couple of options then. There's opinion rewards as well. Interesting, yeah. I don't actually know if I know about that one, Nitro. It sounds pretty similar, like yeah, taking surveys and of course I'm not under any illusions. I know they're selling the data that I'm providing to advertisers. You know, I know I'm, you know, I'm a piece of my advertising flesh is being sold to advertiser flesh traders. Like I know it's you know, I'm feeding into a dirty business, a dirty machine it's like opinions on things that are pretty banal. It's not like I'm only selling a part of my soul to the devil. It's okay, I promise. So I know, and it's something I don't do terribly often. Ventilation hatch has been opened. In respect to this one's kind of forcing me to explore a little bit, as opposed to it being like super linear. The level design is there's enough linearity where I can usually find my way, but also enough weirdness where I'm being encouraged to get a little funky sometimes. Ventilation hatch. Is it this thing here? Sure looks like it. As I'm falling into this blood pile. I want some melee times. I got a cool charged up melee weapon. It's all glowy. Let me slap some motherfuckers. These doors look like they're gonna open at some point. They make a satisfying metal clonky noise. There you go, I'm going in for the melee. Hatch. Get meleeed. Ow. We get the extra blood. That's a win. That's a dub. This fella though, I need to explode with shotguns or something, with something ranged. Yeah, it's not always a good idea using this melee weapon, but when it's charged up, it can be very fun. See, I think you can still explode and hurt my pretty little head. I'm guessing that was probably those doors we saw. Oh, yep, it sure is. Big explodies. Yeah, look at that. They get gibbed by the fall damage. It's not the explosion that gets you. That's the video game version of it. It's not the heat that gets you. It's the humidity. Confirm that fall damage is the humidity of video game explosions. Like a little glowies in the lights. I don't know what that's supposed to indicate. I bet. Oh, look at that. There was like a little thing in the reflection. It's like a little static sprite in the reflection. So if we go back up. Aha! One's got an extra life. Some's got some bad guys. There we go. That is probably where we're supposed to go. We're probably being led down that path. Am my slicey boy ready to go? Ready to go at a moment's notice. I heard explosions. Is there a rocket boy? Got a lot of health. What if I do this one instead? It can kind of stun lock him, honestly. If there was some kind of mechanic where I could use this thing to like reflect projectiles or something. Because I like this weapon, but it's a little bit tricky when you have no choice but to use a projectile to reach somebody from far away. If there was some kind of like, yeah, like deflect projectiles thing with this weapon, then I'd be a little bit more inclined to use it more often. Because it is very satisfying. Alright, does this blood hurt me? No, it does not. Figured it probably wouldn't. This is what appears to be a dead end. That's okay. What's our blood amount? 150%. I think we're actually maxed out for now. So fast. Also 200 health. Man, we're doing great. Another extra life. Oh my gosh, you're too kind. I feel so healthy. Let's say if I get a good shot, I actually could have maybe killed them both in one cool guy hit. One cool guy shot. Could have been a cool guy and I could have had a chill day. That was a secret because of the switch I think we pressed. Normally that would have been closed. Otherwise, it's just sitting out in the open. Like, why is this here? Whoa! Oh, that's gonna explode. Yep. Handful of shells. Handful of snails. Okay, same thing here. That's gonna... Oh, yep. Just one rocket. One rocket as a treat. I can have a little rocket damage as a treat. Okay, okay. Maybe more for you. Yeah, get his ass. Shred him and dead him. Hell yeah, did a good job, actually. Yeah, I like that alt fire a lot. It's expensive, but it's worth it. Fast, boys. There we go. Okay, this looks something... It looks like something fancy. What's your story? Okay, that's... It's like a murder... It's like a death clock. It's like a blood death clock. Not the band. Although the band would be down for something like this. The band from Metalocalypse would see this and go, brutal. So metal. Extra life. Okay, so now... Do I explode it? Seems like I do not. What do I get for my trouble here? Can I use it? No? Oh, I just keep going then. Oh, okay, that was just a... Oh, okay. Yeah. I see something like that, I go, okay, this is so deliberate. There's gotta be a reason. Reason for this thing. One shot these fools. Yeah, I thought for sure there was going to be like something very specific we had to do with that thing. We have 5 lives, by the way. It's a long level. Oh. It's a long level. But also, I don't think we've died at all, so we've just been stocking up this whole time. No, we did die earlier. We died once earlier, I think. In this one level. Plus, we died in the very first level when a car exploded on me. That was pretty cool. More explosions, please? I was gonna say, I know you got more where that came from. Oh, he does eat. Yeah, they can still hit through you. It's not a guaranteed murder the bad guy's weapon. What if I just hold this here? I just hold it out while he comes to that hallway. Just come here. I'll just hold this out. Very fun how effective that is. Like, swinging it probably does more damage, and maybe it's better DPS. But you can just about stun lock most things with the alt fire, so it's kind of a no-brainer a lot of times. Ouch! I was actually hoping to stay up there a little bit longer, but alright, guess we're doing this thing. Ludicrous Gibbs! Yeah, so the game really likes it when you blow up a lot of shit. I don't know what Ludicrous Gibbs means you get like extra points or something, or if you get like more health from enemies or something. Like, I don't know what it means, but it makes me happy when the game thinks it's cool that I blew shit up really good. It's the game's way of saying, I'm proud of you, son. Because in the scenario, the player has daddy issues. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm inventing a story like this. Ludicrous Gibbs! Thank you, father. That's how that whole situation was gonna play out. These are all dead ends. I got my flashlight. Yep, this is just where these guys live, in little blood-soaked holes. Blood-soaked caverns. Another meat corridor. This whole game is meat zone. The meat zone experience. Actually, hold on. Let's do more of these things. Just listen for my thing to shoot this guy up and spit his ass out. I didn't mean to select this thing. I was gonna say I want to go to my shotgun, but the pistol is very fun. It is frequently not a good idea, but it is also very frequently a very fun idea. Oh! I was gonna say, that's to explode. Oh, those were the harmless guys. I didn't have to kill them. Satisfaction was too hard to pass up. Yeah, the tunnel, yeah, blood tunnel houses. Something, it's a concept. It's kind of a new architectural concept. It hasn't really caught on in a lot of the mortal realm, but in this immaterial blood realm, it's great. Light fixtures resembling a human. With 3 eyes. See, when I think of light fixtures resembling humans, I think of in Warhammer, you get actual pieces of furniture and parts of ships that are shamelessly constructed out of, like, tortured cyborg lads that were, like, prisoners of war turned into, what do they call them? In Warhammer, specifically. Not I mean, yes, there are cyborgs, effectively, but, like, there's a word for them. Servitors, I think? It's, like, the general term for tortured prisoner of war human that's, like, been partially lobotomized, but not fully. Lobotomized enough to not be able to resist whatever they're being, like, had to do, but not lobotomized enough to not be aware of their suffering. It's, like, really messed up. Like, Warhammer lore is wild and kind of nightmare fuel inducing, but they pull no punches when it comes to, like, how morbid and messed up it all is. So probably great for those with big imaginations and or some, you know, issues that would be worth talking to a therapist about, maybe. gonna say I'm gonna shoot one rocket, and then I'm gonna come around the bend. And piss directly in their cornflakes. Actually, I say that. I actually don't know where those guys are. Blood absorbed. Oh, this was the... Yeah, they're all dead. Yeah, I exploded them very good. Exploded them like they've never been exploded before. Then we got the fast boys. You know what? Oh, shit. Come down here. Actually, I think they're coming around the bend. Ouch. Yeah, they are still able to hit me through the damage. Through the dammy dams. Sometimes you gotta empty the balls. I understand. Yeah. Yeah. That was cooked served delicious. Yep, that makes sense. I understand that context entirely. We went from like 200 max, like uber max health down to normie health, which is a little sad, but that's okay. Oh, this thing. There we go. It's a longer level. I wonder if there's going to be a boss battle at the end. Except usually the boss battle levels are a little bit shorter, which is good because I've noticed this game does not have checkpoints. You do get extra lives and that kind of thing, and of course it's on a level by level basis, but you can't save, and there's no checkpoints in the standard definition of how these things typically go. So gotta get good. Gotta get good and stay good even. And of course, I've got 6 lives banked. I'm doing just fine. But yeah, if there was like if there was a really elaborate and difficult boss battle like the one we fought earlier, at the end of a level like this, if you were short on lives and you played half an hour, 45 minutes to get to the end, and then we're like, oh shit, this boss has got hands, then that can be an issue, obviously. That was actually one of the few negative things I saw about this game, is some people said this game was too hard, and that the fact that there were no checkpoints was like kind of unfair, because like, yeah, if you get got, you got to reset the level, but they neglected to mention that there were extra lives. It wouldn't shock me if maybe they were playing at a harder difficulty and kind of had not anticipated not being able to save as they go. Say just one rocket, enough to splatter his ass. Good old-fashioned ass splatter. Another blood clock. Brutal. Go. Like I'm not using rockets enough. Like I frequently have full rockets. And honestly, that's a failure on me as a person and society as a whole if I'm not using rockets constantly. Spamming the shit out of them. Little teleporty boy. There's the end of the level, but I think... Hold on. There's more. There's more to this. Where that meets the eye. Something else. I can feel it deep inside. This teleports back here. Now, this was near the start of the level, wasn't it? Yeah, I kind of remember this. Why would you do this? I guess if there was, like, stuff you wanted to pick back up, maybe the next level is, like, a spicy level. And there's, like, concern if you don't have enough ammo, stuff like that, it's gonna get weird. Right, good level, good level. I don't know how long this game is. We'll come back to this game at some point in the future and finish it up. But this is like the first taste of Incision. I like it a lot. I love the Quake-isms. If forced to choose between Doom or Quake, I will usually say Quake. And I like this game. It has a lot of Quake-isms that I'm really enjoying. So we'll play it again in the future. But we got the good first couple levels and a cool boss battle as a way to start us off. So just to be clear, make sure it auto-saved. Oh, this game is early access. I did not even realize it was early access. Oh, level select. There we go. After finishing the episode. I'm hoping that... Okay, so load game just loads the most recent game. I'm hoping that if I exit, it will indeed load from where we just were. So I think I can just exit here, and I think we're in good shape. But yeah, I'm liking this game a lot. We'll play more of it for sure.